Unveiling Nigeria's covert tactics, polarizing IPOB to undermine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. It is now making sense. Of all the co-accused of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Bright Chimezie, Chidibere Onwudiwe, and David Nwawisi, it is Benjamin Madubugwu that is disruptive and meddlesome. For those critically observant with the knowledge of how the colonial empire operates, his subtly and slippery descent into chaotic manufacturing is not extraordinary. Every intelligence community classifies human interactions as though they are devices. There is always that user interface, UI. The UI is the front end. The IPO or the investigative officer will always assess you and file a report to a superior or supervisor who is a back end. At the level of interfacing with you, the decision would have already been made on how to work on your psyche. This operation is usually outside the legal framework, and the subjects are either compromised beyond the current accusations or are proven to be ambitious or notorious for cutting deals and snitching. Such persons are capable of some level or measure of influence, but underneath is their propensity to serve the prestigious government portfolio called double agent. Most people that antagonize an established protocol or command and control of any self-determination movement with the flimsy excuse of trying to save a leader whose freedom of movement is a claustrophobic constraint from a kidnapping Nigerian government, incredulously do so with a cowardly argument that the leader is in danger from the organization he leads. That is a retard argument. Unfortunately, the media coverage and noise will not let people notice their lame argument rooted in their chaotic manufacturing. In case you are oblivious of this fact, the Nigerian government from the outset already knew that if their initial infiltration strategy failed, their fallback option would be polarization. When that fails, they will find a detour to reinvent another infiltration strategy. Some celebrities, media warriors, content creators, legal representatives et al. Were initially sleeper cells, telling you what you need to hear. Working on your emotions and building trust. It was only a matter of time before they were activated, became rebellious, and go berserk. The initial infiltration of autopilot terrorists and agent provocateurs failed, and so did the initial attempt to make certain people DOS members. With all that have been unveiled in the tortuous judicial proceedings spanning years, it is a compendium of evidence with a compass pointing to a freedom destination. The Nigerian government, as well as her extraneous enablers, cannot bear a stainless and mysterious DOS. They need someone within, and since that is a tall dream, they need a polarized DOS. They do not want the DOS as it is. This is because the next option is a political dialogue, and this DOS will accept such dialogue on one condition: the freedom of her member and the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The Nigerian government, on the other hand, needs a teleguided DOS. A DOS that will be handed a predetermined script. The role of the duplicitous voices is to create a polarization. Let us see if the Mbaisi meeting has what it takes to polarize IPOB DOS. Because the truth is that a compromised DOS is a necessity for jailing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Family Writers Press International.